Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the New York session. I hope you're doing well. It's another week, and we are here to discuss and look at what the market is up to for this week. Let's begin. Okay, so dollar index, we are still expecting the 100 level as our upside objective. We did reach the 99.94 level this morning, right here, 99.94 level, which is the order block on the H4. So if you go onto the H4, which is this last up candle, right? So we've touched that this morning, and looking at how price consolidated here, it looks to me that they will go beyond it, because if price was going to reverse, it would have gone in a straight line to hit it and then maybe come down, but they've accumulated right beneath it. So I think price is likely gonna break and go higher. So we are expecting that 100.25 level to be the next draw on liquidity, meaning you can expect a continuation to the downside on the euro. I think euro last week I gave you some decent trade, which is sell over here. If you go back, you sell because this up candle, they're not gonna breach it, right? So you sell and you target these levels. And I also gave you that full figure 1.15 level. So this morning they've created another nice similar candle, not the same size but similar, which is this one during the kill zone. So that one, they're using that to continue going to the next downside objective. Now once we hit the 1.15 level, if the dollar index is still yet to attack the high, then definitely they will close in the gap. So you can extend the target to 1.4, this level here. That will close the gap. Okay, so you can extend the target to 1.146. Okay, so fingers crossed. Hopefully there will be another large candle down similar to this, and you can probably get a trade idea off from that as well for the following targets. Okay, British pound, same thing. I think the 1.3063 level, this fair value gap. Currently price is stuck here, which is this small, this candle's high to this candle's low. In there is something that is pausing price. At the same time, you have the last up candle prior to the move down, which is the breaker. But I don't think the breaker is strong enough to stop price. It will go through because they did hit it once here and then hit it twice here. So the fair value gap will be the next ideal target for price to reach for. Hence, you're gonna look for continuation to the downside. So again, watch this up candle. Currently we have this down candle almost about to go below that. If we close below it, this will activate this up candle as a bearish order block. So if we go and close below this candle's low, it will activate this this up candle as an order block, and you can use it for a trade idea to continue going down. So that will look something like this. This is assuming that we've closed below this up candle, and then you can start looking for a trade idea to go to the 1.3063 level. Now, since we are now below 1.1, definitely 1.3 will be the ideal next target, which is the one that I pointed to somewhere here. Okay, 1.3. In between that is the 1.35. So 1.35, which is roughly here, will be a quote unquote let me find that. So this is 1.3. So 1.305 will be here, somewhere roughly there. Yeah, right here. Okay, so that level will be an algorithmic level that price would likely want to reach for. So between that fair value gap low and this level, it's not big, it's not much, so you can aim for that. If we close below this candle, you can aim for that, and then ultimately you can be looking for price to trade to that 1.3 level. Okay, so that is that for the British pound as well. So we've covered so far the euro and the British pound. Now let's move on to the euro pound. Now euro pound is dipping inside this fair value gap. It's likely gonna form a low inside this gap here and then resume going higher. So maybe this week a buy on this would be ideal, but probably not today. Tomorrow, because this is the consolidation and then we have a big move. So this would be first area of accumulation. So 2 down candles maybe tomorrow. Let me double check because I haven't actually looked yet. But if we have any high impact news for this week on the British pound, then they might use that as a smoke screen to send price up. Looking at the economic calendar, we have rate announcement on the Australian dollar. We have rate announcement on the British pound as well. So yeah, they might use that to send price probably up one more time, which is Wednesday. I'm sorry, this is Thursday at 12 p.m. So Thursday at 12 p.m. maybe they might use the news event. So if we reject and we start going up before Thursday, that's fine. If not, then Thursday or Wednesday will give a hint on whether this pair will continue going up or not. Okay, so let's wait and see how this unfolds. For today, probably stay out, don't do anything, and then wait till Thursday or Wednesday. Tomorrow might initiate maybe a reversal, and then Wednesday and Thursday will continue. Okay, all right, let's go to gold. So gold is kind of messing up around a little bit, but the narrative still remains. As long as this gap is open, we are going down here, which is the 3820.51 level. As long as that gap is open, that is where we are going. So for now, I'm looking for a move to 3910. Again, that is as long as that gap is open. I'm bearish. If we trade through it, then maybe I'll start changing my bias. But as long as that small little gap here, this one, okay, on the lower time frame, it looks something like this. So we've actually hit it here and then dropped that high, that candle's high. This is not supposed to be breached. They're not supposed to come up here. That is why you can see price has not gone above it, because once we hit that and then reject it, that's it. Price should continue going down. The only reason why I feel like price has not moved yet is the time of the day it did hit that level. Okay, it hit that during the Asian session. Had price gone to that level during the London session, that would have been a different ball game altogether, because during the London session or New York session, price would have created a big void, something like this, but much bigger. But since it went there during the Asian session, it couldn't produce that effect. Okay, so with that said, I think I'm just waiting for price to give a big drop. Now on the H4, they've given a bearish order block here. So I'm leaning on that for a continuation to the downside. That is why I'm looking for a move back down here. Okay, now let me double check on the weekly. Yeah, the week was able to close below the previous week low, so definitely a continuation to the downside is much favorable. Okay, next on the list is crude oil. Crude oil, I think last week I spoke about this as a potential buy to go up here, which if I go into the 1 hour, I gave you an idea on Friday here that they were going to move from that to continue going up, and then on Thursday I told you I bought here to go up there. Okay, so I'm still in that trade. I've not closed it yet. I'm looking for a run above the previous week high, which is here for now, which is last week high, right? Okay, so I'm long on crude oil, looking for 62.17 as a drawn liquidity. Okay, now once we get there, the main target is obviously up here, which is a 62.92 level, and then once we get up there, then I'll expect them probably to come back down again. But as it stands, I'm just looking for previous week high for now. Okay, ES. So ES last week we had a pretty wild one. Mostly you might think that this went down, but to me this is a consolidation. 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. We didn't move much. We reacted off from the volume imbalance, so I'm still bullish, looking for the 6980.50 and then 7083.25 as the upside objective. Now we are in November. Okay, so we are in a brand new week. But obviously the government of the states are still shut down, so we don't know whether the the unemployment rate, NFP, non-farm payroll, I don't know if that will be released, because if it does, then that can fuel a potential continuation. But since they are still shut down, we don't know whether they will release it or not. But on Friday we'll be expecting something. If it doesn't happen, no problem, we move on. But if it happens, we take advantage of it. And looking at the seasonal move from the monthly perspective, you can see we did close bullish above previous month high. So definitely we are looking for a run to attack October's high. Hence, we are looking for continuation. Okay. Now we have this low here, and it went below it, rejected. So for now, this candle's high is likely going to be taken, which is Friday's high. It's likely going to be taken, but I would like to see some energetic big candle going above it. So one big up candle, something like maybe this or that, going above this, that will give a confirmation of their continuation to the upside. So if you are long, great. I think last week I spoke about that they were likely gonna take out the low and then reject immediately, and that's what happened. So I'm looking for continuation to the upside. On the other trades, Australian dollar, we did react off from this fair value gap, so we are looking for a continuation to the downside. So that also is presenting some kind of trade idea if you like to add onto your pairs that you trade. The Australian dollar is looking interesting, so you can look for a sell. Again, look at the candle, right? We will not breach it. We are looking for lower liquidity. Okay, so somewhere here. Okay, so as long as this candle is open, we are looking for there and there. Okay, so you can look for trade ideas on this. This is how my trade idea looks like. Looking for continuation to the downside. Ultimately, this equal low will be ideal target. All right, so that's the Australian dollar for you. The dollar yen, we spoke about that too. 154.77, that is the draw on liquidity. This is I think a gap. Okay, that is a gap on the weekly time frame, I think. There, that volume imbalance. I think that is where price is reaching for. Here. So first level is the 154.77 level, and we have this fair value gap here. They've respected it, so I'm expecting a move from there to here. Okay. On the 1 hour, they also created a nice auto block in London, so this stop below, and then that is where we are expecting them to move from there. All right, so that is that for the dollar yen. Okay, now let's go to the cryptos and start with the Bitcoin market. So Bitcoin, let's look at it from a monthly perspective. So on a monthly perspective, we took out previous month high, previous month low. This is a sign of a consolidation. So it looks to me that for now, maybe Bitcoin is gonna stay in a consolidation because it couldn't close below that, which is a good sign. Because had we done that, then, like I said, price would have come down here. But since it did not close, it's gonna be a little bit tough. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit tough for traders because now price is likely gonna consolidate. So it will look as if it's going up and then it will reject. It will look as if it's going down and then it will reject. So be a little bit careful with Bitcoin now because on the monthly time frame, price couldn't close anyway. And whenever we don't close in a specific direction, that becomes a little bit challenging to trade because you don't know what the market will reach for, because most of the time it's reaching for a high or reaching for a low based on the previous candle closure. Now the fact that we did not close anyway means that it could come up here, it could go down here, it could go anywhere. And I personally don't like trading when you have these kind of candles because it's rated the top, rated the down, right? So for now, maybe stay away. This is the first week of November, so let's see how the week is gonna go. Okay, let's see how the week is gonna go, because I could say it's going down and then it would just go up, and I could say it's going up and then it will probably go down, which for the price action that I have now, I favor more downside. Okay, the price action that we have now, I favor more downside than upside, but I could be wrong. Okay, I could be wrong, but I favor more downside than upside because we have the big candles pointing down and then the small candles pointing up. That most of the time is a sign of price wanting to go down. Okay, so if anything, maybe sell ideas on Bitcoin, but I don't want to put my signature on the sell for you to sell. But yeah, if I was to give a direction, then it will be to the downside, meaning Ethereum will also be the same. With Ethereum, I think they are likely gonna come inside this gap. From the monthly perspective, they're likely gonna come inside this gap, which again does not change the narrative. It's just a pullback. Okay, so 3360.06 is the probable target. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm coming. My dad is calling me. Okay, sorry for that, guys. That's my old man struggling with his car. Anyway, so as I was saying, I think Ethereum is likely gonna come here. Now, it did not take out the high. If I zoom in, okay, you can see that it did not take out the high, so it's likely gonna take out the low. Hence, with Ethereum, I think this low here, 3448.77, that is possible. Okay, so I want you all to, if you like to trade, then a sell on Ethereum is likely once this candle closes. A sell on that candle, a sell on that is likely, okay, to go down here. Okay, the next one is Solana. Solana too, I think it's already almost there anyway. So Solana did close below this candle's low, so that low, it's almost there. So yeah, Solana will take out that low. We also have a down candle here, so we are going to be inside this range. We are going to be inside that range. So this candle's low is likely 155.75 is likely as a target, okay, or quote unquote 70.5 level. So after this candle closes, likely gonna go down. Ripple, on the other hand, I will not touch it. Why? Because this down candle here, okay, it's gonna act as resistance. This long wick makes it a little bit awkward. Now, if we were to take away that long wick, if we, let's say this doesn't exist, then I would say this fair value gap price is gonna attack this low. Okay, so if worst case scenario, this low is gonna be taken, and then maybe a rejection. But for price to come all the way down here, I don't think so. Okay, I don't think so. So the worst case scenario, looking at currently this candle, then maybe a run to 2.1938 is probable because of this gap. Okay, because of this gap, this low is probable. Okay. Hype, let me go to the monthly and check first. So Hype did take out the previous month low, so we have an option where we can come into discount and then go back up, which is what I highlighted here. We can come into discount and then go back up, or we can come all the way down and then take out the low and then it reject immediately, because we have a rate over here. We took out this low. Okay, so we can come all the way down, take out the low one more time, dip in here and resume going up, or we will just come into discount over here and go up. But trade idea wise, I'm not a big fan of it. I like the ones that are seeking liquidity right now. So Ethereum will be the best. Okay, Ethereum will be the best. AI16Z, I think that one too did amazing over the weekend. I was expecting them to break this up candle, but it did fail. So new week, let's see how price react off from this fair value gap. you can see on the weekly they did manage to close above the gap here. So let's see how price will react off from this, because it's a nice order block. Big impulse away from it. I think it gave a 50% move twice. This one, because I was watching it. Okay, so let's see how price will react from this fair value gap. If we start getting a rejection on the H4, then it might come back up again. And then finally Chachki. Chachki also did not respect the range. We've actually melted down. We've taken out all, let me see, yeah, that low. They will take it out one more time and then continue going down. They've used the gap here, hence price is likely gonna continue going down. How far down it can go? This low. That's how far down it can go. From there, I don't know what's gonna happen. So once we get there, we'll cross the road. So Chachki, look for that continuation to the downside. Okay, so I think overall the tone is bearish. No more looking for, but apart from obviously AI16Z, which is trading inside here, the rest is all bearish in tone. So like I said, Ethereum will be the best in my opinion. Solana is almost there, so there's no need, but it could continue going down. So once this candle closes, you can look for subsequent move to the downside. Okay, all right, so that is that for the market for today. Let me see if there's any request. All right, so there's no request, hence let me as usual go back and reflect. We are still down as usual. Look at this for the next hour. If it becomes a big one, look for continuation. Same thing, this will activate an order block. You can look for sell. Stay away from that. This one, as long as this is open, we are lower. That I'm looking for a run up here. We will see this New York session, and then that I'm looking for a run up here. Okay, so that is all I have for you for today. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you same time tomorrow for another live session. Enjoy your day and take care of yourselves.